73.
KCJJ weather brought to you by Plum Supply.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
2 minutes after 8 o'clock, the mighty 1630 KCJJ.
We're joined by Chastity Dillard from the neighborhood centers. That's probably the first thing I want to talk about. Is it is no longer the neighborhood centers of Johnson County.
Yes.
Which threw me off when I was looking for you on Facebook to promote this interview.
Right. We are still the neighborhood centers of Johnson County, but we want to change our name to be more commonly known as the neighborhood centers, which is just more encompassing of what we are doing and our expansion plans for the next few years. Sometimes people get confused when we add the of Johnson County and think that we are a part of a governmental entity in some way, but we are a private nonprofit, so we're going by the neighborhood centers.
So yeah, you don't go to the Johnson County Administration Building if you want to meet with somebody from the neighborhood centers.
Yes,
There
you're coming to either our Pheasant Ridge Center or our Broadway Center, or meeting us somewhere in the community.
It's very nice. So what kind of things have you got going on? You've got a couple different events you want to talk about today.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much going on in August. I mean, the summer is almost over, but if next Tuesday we have we're partnering with the community for National Night Out, which is going to be our events at Weatherby Park. I know there's several different events happening throughout the community, but we are going to have a big old party over at Weatherby Park from 5:30 to 8 p.m. And it's going to be a lot of fun. If you don't know, National Night Out is a nationwide event that really supports community meeting with their public safety resources like police, people who work in emergency care, firefighters, just being able to just touch base and learn about those services. So we're going to have a lot of fun, lots of food, great music, other resources are going to be there. It's going to be a good time.
Events like that are so great because even as a kid, I remember you kind of like being intimidated by police officers because they were the person you call when something is wrong or somebody's been bad, and that is not the case. I mean, you want to know they're members of the community here to help you.
Exactly. And in what better way than to be able to know your local police officer by first name or the firefighter that lives down the street from you. We want to facilitate that, of course.
So what kind of activities do you have planned for this?
Yeah, there's going to be, we're partnering with the city of Iowa City, and they're providing their rec and roll activities, which is going to be a lot of fun games. We have a DJ that's going to play some music. Dream City is also helping us out and helping us serve some food. Dream City and some other people are working with us. We're going to be serving hot dogs and hamburgers and a few other things that are happening. The playground's going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's important to just give kids something to do in the summer when they're not going to school every day. When they, trust me, I was a bored child many times in the summer looking for stuff to do. And that's great. Now, neighborhood centers, do you have anything to do with the hydrant parties the city does? Because I know that they have them like at Broadway, and you've got the Broadway Neighborhood Center, and also at Pheasant Ridge, they had one there recently.
Yeah, we don't plan them, but we certainly welcome them. And two of them are happening at, like you said, at Pheasant Ridge, right in front of our center. The Broadway one was around the corner, so we weren't quite as involved. But it's such a good time because our kids come out and play in it. And I know the next one, I believe, is coming up August 15th at Pheasant Ridge, and it's just another wonderful partnership with the city and other organizations. And I mean, it's so fun watching the kids just scream for 2 hours.
Great. And I know this isn't, you have nothing to do with this, but you mentioned not Fair Meadows Park, I'm sorry, but I'm thinking of Fair Meadows as well. Mm-hmm. Weatherby with the splash pads.
Yes.
I grew up right between those two, Grantwood Drive, right between Weatherby and Fair Meadows. I wouldn't have spent a lot of time at home if we had splash pads in the summer when I was a kid.
Yeah,
all we had was slides that were made of metal and burnt your legs.
I mean, I remember those when I was growing up too. The playgrounds have definitely upgraded. Yeah, but splash pads are a lot of fun and really important, especially for the families that live over by Weatherby Park, like you're saying, our Broadway families. There's not one quite close enough to the Pheasant Ridge area, but I know that our families try to get there.
Let's try and get one. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. I know it's not you, but I think that's something they should do.
That would be amazing.
Definitely. Now, there's another event coming up that you wanted to discuss. It was a film or something? A screening?
Yes.
You'll have to explain it. You told me off the air, and I can't remember the details.
So, as everyone might know, Neighborhood Centers is going to be expanding soon. We were fortunate enough to be awarded $2 million from the city of Iowa City, and we are going to be expanding into to the Towncrest neighborhood. And so over the last year, we've been celebrating our 50th anniversary, but we created an amazing documentary, and we're partnering with Film Scene on August 19th, which is a Monday, at 7 p.m. to show the documentary and also come together and talk about our expansion plans, because we are going to be, one of the many things that we're going to do is we're going to expand our early childhood slots for the community. As everyone knows, childcare is a huge crisis in our community and in the whole nation, and we are going to be fortunate enough to be able to provide 50 new slots for kids birth to 5 years old at our new centers in Towncrest neighborhood.
And that would be the neighborhood kind of between Southeast Junior High and like Muscatine Avenue and that area around there,
yes,
right?
We're going to be right on Arthur Street.
Okay.
We actually are acquiring two buildings, one on Arthur Street, which is going to be our new early childhood center, and then a family resource center on Muscatine Street. They're literally a block away from each other. And
kind of by Hills Bank in that area.
Yes,
yeah.
Really, really close. And we're really excited. It's definitely a neighborhood in need that fits our standards and our mission. So we're really excited to move in to our new neighbors.
Now, if people don't know, what kind of services do you offer with the neighborhood centers?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the neighborhood centers is all-encompassing. We work in the neighborhood for the neighbors. We work together, and we work in four main areas. We start off with early childhood education. Then we do youth programs, family support, and events like we just talked about, community engaging events. And we love to tie all those resources together to give people the tools and fun and resources and help and support that they need most. Especially since we do serve a lot of new Iowans, people that are immigrant, refugee, undocumented families, as well as families that are just Americans coming from bigger cities that are resettling in our area. So we open our doors to anyone that walks through and just are really just a service and a partner with families.
You've got to be getting ready with back to school coming up, too.
Absolutely.
Kids getting back to school.
Yeah, there's so many things that are going on. One of the things that we partnered with is United Way's of Ready, Set, School, which is happening next week, next Friday. And I believe, I could be wrong, there are 1,200 families throughout Johnson and Washington County that are coming out to get backpack and school supplies at that event.
I saw something on your Facebook page, and I saw the dates. I think it was today and next week, 1st and 8th. What is that? Neighborhood centers, new BOCO K through 12 education, STEM for kids at 910 North Gilbert Street. Do you know about that offhand? It looks like it was actually shared by your Facebook group.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
I got to bring up. There's so many things going on. I can't remember all the different
Coder
things.
Dojo free STEM event for kids. Here, I'll give it to you right there.
Yeah. So we also like to share a lot of different things that are going on. This looks like it's at the Right House of Fashion, and which is a great partner with us. They're doing a lot of amazing things with us, and it looks like we are doing a STEM event with kids there
Today and next week as well.
Today
The same
next
day.
week.
Yeah.
We
Very
have
cool.
so our youth programs and our family support, and they all work together to provide lots of many events that are happening throughout the year, especially the summer months.
Anything else we should mention?
Another event that's happening is our In a Summer Jam, which is August 17th. If you've already signed up for your backpack and school supplies, getting your any other resources on August 9th, come back on the 17th, because we're going to have a big old party to celebrate the amazing summer we've had, and then send kids off right to school, because school starts on the 23rd for most kids in this area. We're going to have free haircuts, hair kits, food, games. It's going to be a really fun time, and that one is going to be 2 to 5, August 17th, which is a Saturday, at Willow Creek Park, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it gives the address as Gemma Court, but that's the one's right off Benton Street, right? Right there, Benton and
Yeah.
Mormon Trek. Mm-hmm. I know exactly where that is. They used to have soccer fields there. I don't know if they still do or not.
Yeah, I haven't seen soccer fields over there in a while.
Yeah, but they used to, like, when I was a kid, but that was a long time ago. All right. Well, what's your website if people want to go and find out about more of the... first of all, you can go to... It's Neighborhood Centers now on Facebook if you want to go to the page and like that and follow it. But.
Yeah, you can find us on a lot of social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. Our handle is NCJC Iowa, or like you said, neighborhood centers. And if you want to find us on our website, it's www.ncjc.org.
And you're very active on social media, especially Instagram. There's always stories up there. Always,
Yes.
here's what we're doing. Here's, a look at what we did today in our event and stuff like that. I think Bea's in charge of that, right?
Bea does an
She's
amazing
on that.
job.
She is on that, yeah. Does a great job. She usually has made 3 videos by the time she's left here.
Yeah, there's so much going on at the neighborhood centers. The only
You
way
didn't
to
bring a
get you
phone
out
to
there.
record yourself. It's very distracting for me.
Usually that's Bea's job. She usually has the phone up. I need my phone to keep my notes.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Chastity Dillard from the Neighborhood Centers, formerly Neighborhood Centers of Johnson County.
A couple things happening this morning. Former Iowa Hawkeye offensive lineman Tristan Wirfs has agreed to a 5-year extension
Oh, good.
with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for $140 million.
That's pretty good.
Actually, a little over that, yeah. Highest paid offensive lineman in NFL history. That's
Wow.
real good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And the prisoner exchange that's happening this morning, the breaking news.